August in Bali, lush, tropical, a postcard paradise, but for Sheila von Wiese-Mack, paradise turned deadly. Inside the luxurious St. Regis resort, a family vacation turned into a nightmare. Sheila, a wealthy Chicago socialite, traveled to Bali with her daughter, Heather Mack. Joining them was Heather's boyfriend, Tommy Schaefer. Tensions were high. Arguments erupted. Heather and Tommy hatched a sinister plan. Their target, Sheila. The motive, a $1.6 million trust fund. The weapon? A simple metal fruit bowl. In a brutal attack, Tommy bludgeoned Sheila to death. Heather watched. Together, they stuffed Sheila's body into a suitcase. They tried to dispose of it, to cover their tracks, but their plan was flawed. Panic set in. The idyllic paradise of Bali became their prison. The world watched in horror as news of the Bali murder broke. Heather Mack, a seemingly ordinary teenager, and her boyfriend, Tommy Schaefer, were now accused killers. Indonesia, with its own judicial system, became the stage for their trial. The evidence was gruesome, the details shocking. The Indonesian court heard how the young couple had plotted to kill Sheila, driven by greed and a desire for her wealth. The trial was a media spectacle. Cameras captured every twist and turn. Heather, pregnant with Tommy's child, became an object of fascination and revulsion. The verdict came down, guilty. Tommy Schaefer, the one who delivered the fatal blows, was sentenced to 18 years. Heather Mack, complicit in the murder of her own mother, received a 10-year sentence. Justice, at least in the eyes of the Indonesian legal system, had been served, but the story didn't end there. After serving 7 years in an Indonesian prison, Heather Mack was released. She had given birth to her daughter, Stella, behind bars. Now, she was returning to the United States, a convicted killer and a mother. But freedom was short-lived. Upon arrival at Chicago's O'Hare Airport, FBI agents were waiting. Heather was immediately arrested. A 2017 federal indictment accused her of conspiring to murder her mother. The U.S. justice system, it seemed, wasn't done with her yet. She faced a new trial, this time on American soil, for the same crime. Heather's second trial was a stark reminder that some crimes are so heinous, they demand multiple reckonings. The prosecution presented a compelling case, arguing that Heather had actively participated in planning and covering up her mother's murder. The defense painted a picture of a young woman manipulated by an older, abusive boyfriend. The jury found Heather Mack guilty. She was sentenced to 26 years, a far harsher punishment than in Indonesia. Heather's daughter, Stella, is being raised by her mother's cousin. The impact of Heather's actions extended far beyond prison walls. It's a story of greed, betrayal, and the ultimate violation of familial bonds. Sheila von Wiese-Mack's life was cut short in a senseless act of violence. Heather Mack will spend years behind bars, haunted by her actions. And while justice was served, the scars of this tragedy remain. May the souls of the faithfully departed rest in peace.